Good morning, team. It is time for our week 4 training. So if you are catching the replay, go ahead and type replay in the comments so that I know that you were able to stop by. And if for some reason you're watching this and you haven't caught the previous trainings, they are all in a unit. So you can actually, if you're on your mobile device, I believe you can just go towards the top of the page. There's an announcement button, there's an event button, I think there's also a unit or a learning button. So you should be able to find all of our previous trainings hanging out in that area. All right, so before we get started with the training, I wanted to show you guys a couple cool tools that I got from Amazon. So first, I got these bubble mailers. I should open them and show you guys. Oh goodness, our plastic's official. So I usually send samples just inside of a thank you note, but I always worry that they're going to get squished. So I did go ahead and order some of these, and let me check the size for you. They are 4x8. And I think I got 25 of these for $8. So it's going to cost me probably, $2 or $3 to mail something. I'll have to check on that though. But yeah, aren't these are super cute. And I mean, you really can't fit a whole lot in there. I think I could probably fit a shop host join brochure, maybe folded in half with a couple samples in it. I'm actually going to be working on some samples today because I have a Facebook party next Thursday. And I want to give the people who've asked for samples a chance to get them before the party. Okay, the other thing that I got that I'll also open is I got some thank you stickers. And I thought these were really neat. I could put them on order forms. I could put them on envelopes, like when I'm sending a thank you card. On the back of the envelope where it seals, I could put that there. I could put this on brochures, like if I'm doing a vendor event. And I could put this on I have these little white gift bags. So lots of fun things I can do with that. And then the last thing that I got from Amazon is I got this wonderful box of thank you cards. And they're so pretty. I'll open them and show you. They're really pretty, actually. So they have all sorts of different designs. So like, look at that, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's a really nice quality card. So a little bigger than the thank you cards that I buy at Target. I get a lot of those in the dollar section. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love these. I don't remember how much these were, but the three things I got total, I think, were $30. So these might have been 12 or 13 bucks. I said those were 8, so I guess these might have been like 9 or 10 bucks. But yeah, so excited about my little goodies. I can never have too many thank you cards, and I can never have too many bubble mailers. Okay, so now let's dive into our training. We're going to talk today about the compensation plan and goal setting. And so with that, before we really get into the compensation plan, I did want to share some important keywords and definitions, and then some numbers. And I've talked about these numbers before. Actually, I think last Monday when I went live, when I did Q&A in the group, I think I talked about these numbers, but it doesn't hurt to review them again. You guys want these, you want these committed to memory and ingrained in your brain. And I was going to try and pull this up on my iPad so that I could see who's watching, and if any comments come through, see who they're from. But my iPad is temporarily dead. So I'll pull it up on my phone because, yeah, my phone's not dead. All right, so we've got April and Deborah watching. Hey, welcome. Thanks for being here. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is retail/catalog price. So you can pick up a catalog and you can see that there is a US price and a Canadian price. And it's just important to know that that catalog price is not the same thing as our sales volume total. So, for example, in the US, a jar of sprinkles in the catalog or the retail price is $9. Our sales volume, which is, it's actually 92% of retail. It's like, okay, math, right? So sales volume on a $9 jar of sprinkles is $8.28. Is anybody with me? Okay. So there is, actually, I'll pull it up real quick. There's this really cool, nifty document that I think you should, oh, hold on. You should know. I don't know where, hold on. Ha, I found it. Okay. I was looking for it like crazy and I'm like, where is it? Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to make this the star of the show. Okay, so this document lists, common retail prices, what our sales volume is, and what our commissionable volume is. So I just want to make sure that everyone was aware of that so that when you're looking at, what your sales volume is for different qualifications, that there's no confusion. So the retail price for a jar of sprinkles, $9. Sales volume, that's what all of our qualifications for incentive trips, for leadership bonuses, for all that jazz, that's what that number is based on. It's $8.28 for a jar of sprinkles. And then commissionable volume is $6.21. So essentially, if you take your sales volume total minus your commissionable volume total, and I'll show you guys where you can see this in just a minute, that should be your profit. So in the US, our profit on a jar of sprinkles is $2.07. And you can see that, that's, I just know the number, but if you did the math really quick, you would see that too. Hey, Carrie, welcome. So it's important to know that. Okay, so commissionable volume is also a really important number when you start to build a team, even a team of, you plus one person. That commissionable volume is the number that Pink Zebra will look at to determine the commission that you earn on that team member. And I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to pop this off. Back to the lobby you go. I love BeLive.tv, guys. I'm serious. I love it so much. I've got like 5 different little windows open and I'm going to bring them all up and show them to you in a little bit. The last keyword or, definition that we need to talk about is enhanced commission. So when you have over $900 in sales volume in 1 month, in a calendar month, not within your first 30 days, because that's going to maybe overlap over 2 different months, but a calendar month. So the month of March right now, if the month closes and you have over $900 in sales volume, between $900 and $1,999.99, then you earn a 5% bonus on your sales. So let's just say, for really simple math, that you end the month with $900 in sales volume. Well, 5% of that is 45 extra bucks. That's pretty sweet. So it's really important that you guys know that. And I've said before, I think I might have said in our the video that Tiffany and I did last month for new consultants, I keep an eye on our team's sales totals. I look at ZebraNet. I literally look at ZebraNet every single day because I'm watching for a lot of things. I'm watching for promotions. I'm watching for people to hit their quick start. I'm watching for, customers' orders to ship. And if I see that it's close to the end of the month and you are close to that 900 level, then you're going to hear from me because I just don't want anyone to leave money on the table. That to me is like free money. And I don't want anyone to miss out on that. Okay, so the other number that you need to know with the enhanced commission is $2,000. When you have $2,000 or more in sales volume in a month, so like the month of March, for example, then you earn a 10% bonus on your sales volume. And so a $2,000 month gets you a $200 bonus. So yes, if you're close to that, you will definitely hear from me because there's a pretty big jump between 5% and 10%. I know it's only 5% difference, but the first time I ever had a $2,000 month, I think my sales volume was around like 1,900, and I was like, okay, that's like a $95 bonus. But if I can just get to that 2,000, then it's gonna practically double. So that was an incentive enough for me to push and hit that number. Yeah, definitely. All right, so a few numbers that I want to share with you guys. $150 every month. If you do that, you will always be featured on our consultant locator. I can't tell you just how important it is to be featured on the locator because, yes, Carrie, the bonuses do get paid out with our regular commission. That is right. I've had so many instances where someone has been looking for a consultant in their area, either to buy from or to join with. And when they're doing a search of their zip code, if I'm, somewhere near them, then I'm going to pop up. And because I have a photo, on my website, people can see my face. And I've had people reach out to me to either buy or to host or to join our team. So there are people looking for Pink Zebra. They may just not know anybody local. Like I had a girl who was on our team and now she's my customer again. She got Pink Zebra as a gift from a family member who lives in, I believe, Washington State. And so she just did a consultant search, found me. She did end up joining our team and sold for a little while. And I don't really remember why she stopped, but she's like, well, I still love Pink Zebra, so I want to be your customer. And so she is my customer, and she is one by one referring her customers from when she was selling to me, even though they don't live anywhere near me, but she trusts me as her consultant, so they're shopping with me. So it's really awesome. It is so worth it to be on that locator every single month. I've never not been featured on the locator. Never, ever. Okay, so now let's talk about $150 in sales volume every 6 months. That is the requirement to be an active consultant. And you definitely, now more than ever, want to make sure that you're staying active, even if, if you're just doing this very hobby time for your own personal use. You want to stay active because if you are not active every 6 months, if you don't stay active every 6 months, then Pink Zebra will basically like downgrade your consultant status to something called social consultant. And when you're a social consultant, you do not make a 25% commission on your sales volume. you make 10%. And to get back to that consultant status, you will need to sell $1,000 SV in a month. So seems like, just my perspective, a mighty big hole to dig out of. So it really is important that you just maintain that active status. If you move to social consultant status and don't do anything for 6 months after that, then Pink Zebra goes in and resigns you. I would just use the word terminate, but that just sounds really, really mean. So once you've been resigned in the system, you would have to wait 6 whole months before you could join again. So that's a lot of lost time, in my opinion. So it's important to make sure that you are staying active. And I'm going to show you guys shortly what, just what these reports look like, where you can go and see when you're active till and all that stuff. Carrie, I don't know the radius off the top of my head, and I'm not sure if it's listed in our consultant manual or not, but we'll have to check that. But it doesn't necessarily matter if your zip code's tiny, because it's going to look at other zip codes around you. There are several, so I'm not in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, but I show up if you type in a Charlotte zip code. I show up if you type in a zip code, 1 or 2 towns over. So I guess maybe it's a pretty big radius. I don't know. Maybe it's like a 50-mile radius. We'll find out though. I feel like I should probably know that off the top of my head, but I don't, because I know a lot of other really random things off the top of my head. Like worms don't have ears. That's one of the things I know. Okay, so now we're going to talk about $400 in sales volume per month. That is a non-negotiable requirement to earn commissions off your team. So when you start to build a team, even if it's just one person on your team, then your monthly goal, if you want to, you live in Lake Wylie? How did I not know that? You're like not that far from me. Okay, we have to meet up. That's so fun. Man, I'm excited now. You have to come to the in-person team meeting. It's on April 6th. Okay. Anyways, let me get back to the training because I'm going to get all squirrel. So once you have at least one person on your team, then you're going to want to make your goal at least $400 in sales volume every single month so that you are always earning your team commission. That's really important, because if you're not doing your 400, then you're leaving more money on the table. We don't want to leave any money behind. We want it all. Everything we're due, we want it to come to us. All right. And then I already talked about, $900 a month for the 5% bonus. You lived in Lake Wylie. Sorry. I read that in present tense, not past tense. Darn it. Okay. $900 for your 5% bonus, $2,000 per month for your 10% bonus. Okay. A couple other numbers that we're going to talk about, just because, we're business owners and we need to know this kind of stuff. We have to be business savvy, and that's not necessarily something that everyone's just born with the ability to do. Numbers get tricky, and dollars and cents and decimals and blah, 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 blah. All of it. I mean, it's a lot. It's not the sexy part of doing business, but you got to know that stuff. So the only requirement to be a Pink Zebra consultant, obviously 150 every 6 months to stay active, but the only required expense beyond your starter kit is that $11.95 per month in the US. And I don't know the Canada number off the top of my head, but I'm sure Bonnie knows it, because Bonnie is our lone Canadian. I will know it when we have more Canadians. But that covers your website, Zebra Reach, which we haven't even dug into yet. We'll definitely do a training about it soon. It also covers, the mobile app, and actually physically logging into ZebraNet on your computer, like what I'm going to show you guys today, where we place orders, open parties, where all of our training lives. So much like resources and knowledge lives in ZebraNet. And so you bundle all that up into like a business bundle for $11.95 US, $11.95 per month US. So, you know, right off the bat, you want to make sure that you're selling enough each month to at least pay for that $11.95 a month. Because if you're not selling enough to pay for that, then this isn't a business. It's more of a like club membership. And if that's fine with you, then that's okay with me. But I just want to put it out there so that people are thinking about the numbers. Now let's talk about Club Pink for a minute, because I know not everybody's in Club Pink. It's optional, it's not required, but I think it's totally worth it. This is my carton of cotton candy. I haven't sent any samples out yet, but I'll be working on it probably this weekend. And Club Pink allows me and anyone who's in it to start promoting the Paisley's Pick for the upcoming month before the month starts. And that's pretty cool. So when I got my carton of sea salt and vanilla last month, I started melting it in my house. I started giving out samples. I was putting, samples of it in orders that I was delivering to customers. I was putting them in thank you cards that I was sending to customers, because I wanted people to get a chance to sniff it, because it's only good this month. Sea salt and vanilla, only available in March. And I don't even know how many jars of it. Actually, now I want to know. Hold on. I'm going to tell you how many jars of sea salt and vanilla I have sold this month. Do you guys want to see how I do that? Let me just pop this one up into the broadcast and I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to go to the report tab and I'm going to go to sales by product report. And what I'll usually do at the end of a calendar year, I'll go run this report and I want to see what was my top selling sprinkle, top selling simmer pot, top selling soaks, because I use all that information in a big year end event that I do with my customers. But I'm just going to look at it for this month and I'm going to go to quantity and just have it sort by most, items to least. Okay. 21. I've sold 21 jars of sea salt and vanilla this month. 10 of those jars went to one person. I had a customer place an order on my website last Saturday, and it was for 10 jars of sea salt and vanilla. And I was like, well, I think she likes it. That must be what that means. So this is a pretty nifty report so that you can see, like I've sold 5 Sweet Pea and Lily. I've sold 4 of the Brushstroke Simmer Pot promotions that we've got going on. I've sold 4 Citrus Air Cares, 4 Hope Blue Skies. I want that Hope Blue Skies number to go up a little bit though. So yeah, this is a pretty cool report. And so you can see everything that you've sold in the month. All right, I'll pop that off. Okay. So yeah, so that's why I'm a big fan of Club Pink, because now between I guess all next week, all this upcoming week, my customers are going to be getting, not all my customers, but the ones who've requested it are going to be getting samples of cotton candy. And so, that potentially starts my month of April off with, number one, some customers to follow up with, and hopefully some sales of cotton candy. All right. And depending on where you live, the Club Pink total varies based on your sales tax, but mine is $29.56 per month for Club Pink. And we get $23 in sales volume for purchasing it. Back in the day, Club Pink was not as awesome as it is right now. We did not get a carton of sprinkles. We got a jar of sprinkles, and every other month we had a different Host exclusive shade. And so it was virtually the same dollar amount that I'm paying now, because some of those shades were pretty big and elaborate and really, awesome. There were some very awesome shades. And so every other month we got a shade, every single month we got a jar, and I paid 29 some change every single month. And it was fine. I still had a little bit of the scent to promote, but when they started putting it in a carton and giving us sales volume for it, I was like, holy moly, this is a game changer. And so I added up my $11.95 and my $29.56, and that came to $41.51. And so I have to every month at least sell enough to cover that. But then I looked at some other expenses that I have. So I pay $12.95 a month to use Canva. You don't have to pay to use Canva, but I like the features that come with the paid version. I'm able to do some things that you can't do on the free version. And so I don't always pay for it, but more months than not, I am paying for it. And then I've been using BeLive.tv like crazy, and that's $15 a month. I don't know that I'll always use it forever, but being able to share my screen has been really cool and really helpful. And having multiple people on the screen with me, also really helpful. So I didn't add all that up, but let's just do that. So $41.51 for my PZ tools, and $15 and $12.95 for my other tools. So $69.46. That's kind of what it costs to run my business every month. That's not including, postage, or samples I'm giving away or anything like that. But it's good to know what you're paying out on a monthly basis so that okay, well, I've got to sell, in my case, I've got to sell at least $300 in sales volume every month to cover those expenses. Okay, so let's just keep it moving. So it's important that you understand what it takes to advance to each level. So the first thing that I'm going to show you guys is the executive consultant map. And I'm here in the little box, which is A-okay with me. Executive consultant, the promotion happens when you have 3 active team members on your level 1. Level 1 is anyone directly below you. So no one who's watching right now, no one who's watching the live is on my level 1, and that's okay. I love you guys all just the same. But if I was working on executive consultant, then I would need those 3 active people. Plus, I would need my personal $400 in sales, and then you promote. Now, to maintain your title every month, so there's a difference between the title you earn and the title you're paid at. We all want to be paid at our title every month too. You still need to have those 3 active people. They don't have to do $150 every month, but they have to stay active by doing at least $150 every 6 months. And you have to do that $400 every single month as well. So just because we promote doesn't mean that, okay, now I don't have to do anything and Pink Zebra is going to pay me money on my team. That's not how it works, homegirls and homeboys. You're going to want to do that $400 minimum every single month for the rest of your PZ life if you want to earn commission on your team. And I love that it's set up that way because I don't think that we should be paid a commission if we're not doing the work. Just my 2 cents on that. So here's executive consultant, which I know many of you are, that's the next promotion for you guys. But I didn't want to leave out some of our peeps that are already executive consultants and above. So we're going to pop the old EC map off and we're going to say hello to the manager map. Now this is when it gets a little more scary. It's not scary, but that's a kind of intense looking map. But the cool thing is that you can print these out, and I recommend either just getting, I don't think I have any handy, but you can get these little kind of transparent, like little sticky tabs. I think they're called like page flags or something. You can get those and stick them over the different spots and write, you can color code them. You can get really fancy and crazy, or you can just print out a bunch of these and update them as often as you need to. But I don't want to kill a lot of trees. So I'm just going to print out one map and then use my little sticky tab. And I'm going to write people's names on them. If they're not active, then maybe I'll do red. If they are active, I'll do green. and watch as, everything falls into place for the promotion. So with manager, promoting to manager, you will need 4 active team members. So you needed 3 for executive consultant. You need 4 for manager. Also, 2 of those active consultants need to be executive consultants, and they need to be doing their 400 and having their 3 active people. So when that happens, to promote to manager, there's really no sales qualification. But once you are a manager, to maintain your title, your team's going to need to have 5,000 in sales volume every single month. So it's important to think about that now. Once you get to executive consultant, keep building and growing your team so that doing that 5,000 is easy peasy. So I found these, Carrie, under resources, and then leadership tools, and then it says leadership maps, and you'll be able to find them. All right, so once you promote to manager, like I said, maintaining it is that $5,000 in sales volume, but it's also having 4 active team members and at least 2 of them being active executive consultants paid at their title as well. All right, let's pop this one off. So we have a couple managers in our group, and I know we have some aspiring managers too. So I wanted to talk about senior manager, which is the title that I'm at. Now this map looks even more intense. And they didn't even, I don't even know if they had this map when I promoted. They may have, but they announced the senior manager title at reunion in June 2017, and I promoted in October 2017. So there wasn't a map right away, but there might have been a map when it was time for me to promote, but nonetheless, not important. Okay, to promote to senior manager, you need, obviously your 400, that never stops. You still need those 4 active team members, but 2 of them will be managers. So you'll have 2 managers on your team who each have 2 executive consultants, and everyone who needs to be active in those places is active, and everyone who needs to have their $400 in those places has their 400. So, it does get, it gets a little more intricate and a little more, I don't want to say tricky, but, you definitely have to keep an eye on things, because just because someone's active, this month doesn't mean they'll necessarily be active next month, depending on when they joined it and all that good stuff. So it's important to know all those things. And that's why I'm going to get ready and show you guys a report that you can look at. So I encourage you, you don't necessarily have to, do this map and post it in the group if you don't want to, but I recommend that you at least print out the map for yourself. Start filling it out. Even if you don't have anyone on your team yet, make a list, especially on that executive consultant, there's a lot of white space. Start making a list of people that you'd love to have on your team, because there probably are people. And then we've been talking about sponsoring and sharing the opportunity. So here's your chance to start talking to people about the business. And then as people join your team, add them, up to one of those boxes. There's boxes in, here, let me go back to the executive consultant map for you. So there's these boxes that have dotted lines, and that is for an inactive person. So get a little Post-it or a page flag, write somebody's name, and then once they're active, move them over to the other side. But it's good to have, it's just really good when you're promoting to have this like visual thing to look at, because having it on paper just helps you see it, and it's like putting together a puzzle. And you need to see all the pieces in front of you to be able to get that puzzle put together. All right, so I think that was it for maps. So real quick, we're going to go look at a report. I am going to add my ZebraNet back to my, broadcast. And I'm going to close out these other tabs because I'm one of those weirdos that can't have a bunch of like tabs open or it just drives me crazy. So we're going to go to the reports tab. We're going to go to where it says my sponsor / list report. And then we're going to go to my downline. So I could run this for the current report or current month. I don't want to. I don't want to, embarrass anyone. So I'm going to go back as far back as I can go to January 31st, 2014. I don't remember how many levels my team had, probably like 4 or 5, but we'll do 6 just to be safe. So, oh, look, how cute. I barely did my 400 that month, y'all. 401. Hey, 401 is 401, right? So you're going to see a lot of like canceled distributors for Enroller because these are all people that are no longer on our team. I had a team of 29 back then. I was an executive consultant working towards manager at that point. And so I talked about this report already, but I do want to go through it again. So, even if you don't have a team yet, or even if you have one person, you're going to be able to see yourself and anyone who's on your team here. Hey, Tiffany. And so you'll be the first person listed. I'm going to actually sort it by level. So now all my level 1s will be together. Wow. A lot of those people not on our team anymore. Oh, I miss them. So I'm level 0 because I'm the top of this report. It's got my consultant number, my name, my enroller. I think I can click on this and send them an email. But I'm Facebook friends with Dana, so I'll just message her if I have a question. So my rank was executive consultant for that month. It's got my join date, my phone number, my total sales volume. So I told you 401. My total CV, my commissionable volume was $300.75. So that, with some quick math, will tell you that my commission that month was $100.25. I was active. My sales volume for the previous 6 months was $6,298.31. More than $150, which is how we know I'm active. And it said I was active until July 26, 2014. So if I did nothing else, between January and July, I was still active. But I obviously was working on promoting to manager. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I got my 400 in every month. So there's that. So now let's scroll down to the very bottom. Okay. Oh, we only had 4 levels. That's cool. And I'm not saying only, but I thought maybe we had 5. So we had 4. So our total team sales was $2,547.95. Our total team commissionable volume was $1,911.00. So that CV number was the number that Pink Zebra looks at to calculate my commission check. Now I could do this myself. I wish I had like a whiteboard or something, a way I could write on the screen. That would have been really helpful. But let's just go through some of the levels. Okay, so Sonia Gomez, she was a personal sponsor of mine. So I made a 7% sponsoring. I think it's called the sponsoring bonus. Now I forgot the names. Anyways, one of them is 3%, one of them is 7%. That equals 10%. So if Sonia's CV was $105.75, then I made $10.58 off of her volume. Susan, also a personal sponsor, and her sales volume was $129. So I made $12.90 on her commissionable volume. Letitia, also a personal sponsor. Her CV was $493.33. So my commission was $49.33. Same thing for Jacqueline, $192.57. I made 19. Actually, she was not. Nope, she was my level 2. Just kidding. So I made 3% off of her. Let me do the math real quick because I don't know. I can do 10% easier than I can do 3%. So $5.77 was 3%. Ashley Johnson was also a level 2. So on $34.50, that was $1.04, y'all. So nothing, I mean, you know, this was not necessarily life-changing money. I wasn't paying my car payment with this commission, but this is where our team was, 5 years ago. And I'm grateful because we have been able to grow. And I wish I could go back even further. I wish I could go back a year further when it was just about 3 of us on our team, and just show you what that kind of looked like. But this is a newer ZebraNet system. We got this in, I think, January 2014, actually. So I don't have any past data. I'm going to go pull the broadcast back up and make sure I'm not missing comments. So I kind of just wanted to show you guys this so you can see this report. This is what I look at when I'm doing Woohoo Wednesday. So I'll just go in because you can sort the columns. I'll go sort total SV and I'll look at, I'll look at it in that way. So, if we were in January 2014, then I'd be shouting out Lakin because she was our top seller. And then, it goes all the way down. And then, yeah, we had a lot of zeros. That happens. We have a lot of zeros even today. So yeah, so that is that report. There's a lot of good information there. Now, just for fun, let's go to our financial report. I hope that the pop-up will show. If the pop-up doesn't show up, then I'll add it as a separate window. So we're going to go to, look at January. We're going to go look January 2014 again. I'm going to click commission detail. Let me check and see. No, it didn't show up. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to pop this out, pop this up, and then I'm going to go look at it so that I can tell you what it says. Okay, so my commission that month was $105.33 total. So that includes our team level bonus, the sponsoring bonus. So the team level bonus is 3%. So anyone that I was paid a commission on that month, including my personal team members, I got 3% on that team level bonus. My sponsoring bonus was $50.97. That's the 7% that I talked about on my personal team member. It says I had a base commission of $6. So that was an order that went through my Pink Zebra website that Pink Zebra paid me commission on. In a lot of cases, when I'm placing orders, I'm doing party cash so that I keep my commission, up front. And I can show you guys that another time too. So I just wanted to show this so that you guys could see what this looks like. So you saw the month, you saw all the numbers, and now you're seeing how they got these numbers. So this first little section, these are orders. And I think, wow, the order numbers were really short in the beginning. Because, yeah, this was when we switched to this new system. So That's interesting. But this is the order SB. This is how they got to that 401. So 102, 24, 32, 92, 37.50, 73.50, $40. That's how it added up to that. One of those orders, the $24 order, was put through my website. It was not attached to a party. So Pink Zebra paid me my $6 commission on that. And then here's all the 3%. And they list out every single order that the person made. So that's why you see Lakin's name, a bajillion times. And so this was the CV total that they looked at to calculate the 3%. Then we've got the 7%. Same thing. All the CV totals, that's what it equaled. And that's the 7%. So hopefully this is helpful. I know the numbers they're not fun. I mean, they are. They are when they're being put into your bank account, but you kind of have to understand how they get those numbers. And so every single month, I actually, before Pink Zebra does all their math, I go through our sponsor report and I look at all the CV columns. And I go through, I have a little spreadsheet and I calculate my own commission check because I want to know what they're going to be paying me. I'm not going to just let them run the report. And not that I think they're going to mess up, but I need to know for myself too. It's important because Jason's going to ask me, he's going to say, how much is your commission check? And so it's good for me to know that. So yeah, I do all that. Like literally the minute the month ends, not the minute the month ends, but like the day after. So like on April 1st, I'm going to go through, look at our team report, calculate what my commission check will be based on, my title, like what title did I get paid at? That will determine which levels I get paid at. And I'm going to have at least a 5% bonus. So I want to calculate all that. And I have it all set up in my little spreadsheet to do that. So maybe on April 1st, I can go live, share my screen, and calculate my commission check to show you guys. You guys can kind of see how I do that. All right. So now we're kind of done with like numbers. Did I hurt anyone's brain yet? So we do have a few more things that we're going to talk about. I'm sorry that this went a little longer, but people I know want to know those numbers. I know they do. The numbers are pretty important. And for anyone who's not feeling super business savvy, hopefully now you have a little bit of knowledge and information that you can carry with you every month and calculate your own commission check and know how to read those reports. Hey, Chance, where'd you come from? My cat just came out of my office closet. I think he was sniffing Sprinkles. Come here, babe. Okay, so we're going to talk about goals now. So why should you set goals? Setting goals is going to make you stretch. I don't know about you guys, but I'm the type of person that I always want to get better, like than my best. So I remember, the first time I had $1,000 a month, I was like, okay, all right, I want to do this again. I want to get consistent at doing this, and then I want to push it to the next level. And I remember the first time I had a $2,000 a month, and I was like, this is so exciting. So now I want to get good and consistent at this, and then push it to the next level. And then my highest month ever. Now I forgot. Hold on. Let me go. I have it on my Ireland tracker because it happened within the last incentive period. Nope, just kidding. It didn't. Dang, what was it? It was a little over 3,000. It was like 3,100 and something or other. You know what, Carrie? I think I have the leadership maps in the files section in this group. I think I uploaded them. So check the files. I don't know why you wouldn't have them though. I'm gonna go back and look. So yeah, so you don't see anything that says leadership maps that you can click on. Are you on the app, or did you actually log in to ZebraNet on a computer or on your phone? So the app is different. The app doesn't have all the documents necessarily. So make sure that you are in the right place too. But anyways, regardless, they're here in the group. So you can find them that way. Yay. Okay. So now that I've had a $3,000 month, I'm like, okay, I want to get consistent at this, and then I want to push it to the next level. I have a goal to one day be the #1 seller in the company. Like at a reunion, I'm going to be up on stage getting a paisley. It only has to happen one time for me. I don't need it to happen every single year, but I'm bound and determined one time to make that happen. So that's why, that's why I set goals. That's why I challenge myself. And the cool thing about setting goals is that it helps you to achieve something that you would not normally achieve, because you're actually, you're pushing yourself to that next level. A goal is not a measure of success or failure. So just because you don't hit a goal doesn't mean, you suck. You're not a failure. There have been countless times in my business where I've set a goal and did not hit it. And it's okay. I'm still here. I'm still standing. I needed water. I don't know why I opened it and closed it. Thanks, Tiffany. Yeah, you just keep setting goals. And if you don't hit the goal by the deadline, you just move the deadline. You don't say, oh, it's not going to happen. Oh, I'm going to cancel, just whatever. I don't know what I was thinking. If you have a goal, you commit to it until you hit it. So let's talk about how to set goals. Will it help you realize a financial goal? Will your goal help you earn the next incentive trip? Will it help increase your sponsoring commissions? Your goal, like moving up, that definitely helps your sponsoring commissions. Will your goal help you promote to the next level? So you have to consider, how much income you want to make from your business. How many new consultants do you want to add to your team? How many parties do you want to have? All of those things contribute to whatever your goal is. I actually, so I know we made vision boards because we wanted to vision our big life whys and the things that we are going to work towards. They're going to keep us going even when, when we have a bad day. Another visual that's really important are your goals. So in the past, I've done a goal bucket. I actually had, I don't know if I have it out. I don't. So I have this little round. It's actually something from 31, and I don't really know its purposes, but it became my goal bucket. And I wrote out all my goals on a little piece of paper, and I hot glued them to a clothespin. If you're young, you may not know what a clothespin is, but the people probably 30 or older should know what a clothespin is. And I would just clip them around that container. And I had it, on my desk or on my bookshelf somewhere that I could always see it. And when I accomplished a goal, it was so fun to take that goal off and drop it in the bucket. And so looking in that bucket at any given moment showed me the goals that I had achieved and the goals that were still around the bucket I was still working towards. Bless you, Alpine. And, I did have multiple goals. They weren't all super intensive. One of them was just to drink like more water every day. That's really important. If you're dehydrated, um, I don't know. That's like not a really good feeling. So stay hydrated, my friends. But yeah, so I encourage you guys, we're not at the beginning of a year, like the calendar year, and we're not at the beginning of the Pink Zebra year, but it's okay to go ahead and make a goal bucket now if you don't have one. And think about things you want to achieve in 2019, but there also may be some goals that you want to achieve by June 30th, which is the end of the Pink Zebra year. I definitely have some goals that I want to achieve by that point. So yeah, go ahead and make your goal bucket and feel free to take a picture of it and share it in the group. I'll create an album for them. I think my goal bucket's outdated. I didn't make anything at the beginning of this year, so I'll do it too. I'll share a picture and I'll create a little fun album for us to put our goal buckets. Okay, so I'm going to get ready and hop off because I've been live for 55 minutes, so not quite an hour, so that's really good. And so I'm going to challenge you guys this week to work on your goals. Make that goal bucket visual because that's really important. And go ahead and print out your promotion map for the next level that you'll be promoting to and start to fill it in, even if the people are not there yet. Make a list of potential team members. Think about what you're going to do on a monthly basis to make sure that you're selling at least $400. And that's what I've got for you guys for this week. And I can't believe it's already week 4 of Paisley's Pathfinders. So if you think of any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Thanks for everybody for hanging out with me. I definitely appreciate it. And I will chat with you guys all later. Bye.